Let there be sunlight. Amen. Hello and welcome to Me Developing Me. My name is Nokx and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for liking, subscribing and sharing. So today we'll be talking about how to actually conduct an informational interview. So in terms of this networking algorithm or informational interview algorithm, it's based on a book by a gentleman called Steve Dalton, and he has a book called The 2-Hour Job Search. Watch out for the review in the future. And basically it's just a series of questions that one can use to ask to conduct informational interviews, thereby not only networking but actually positioning this individual to be a possible mentor or sponsor in the future. So we're going to start with the first part of your informational interview, and that is trends. Alright, so one of the questions you'd want to ask are trend questions. So you are sitting down over coffee with this individual, or they've given you their time over the phone. So there are a number of trend questions that you want to ask. So for example, you can ask, what are the trends impacting your business right now if you're going to be working in you're interviewing for a specific company? Or if you just want to learn about the industry, do ask, what are the trends that are impacting the industry right now? And there's a number of other questions you can actually ask around trends. But the beauty about this is you get to leverage on that individual who's an expert. And it reduces the hard work that you have to do. Okay, so having asked trend questions, the next are insights questions. With insights question, it's an opportunity to actually, build the relationship and grow a little closer with this individual. And around insights, what you'd want to ask is, what are some of the lessons this individual has learned in their job? As well as what has been some of the most valuable experiences that they've had at this employer. And again, this puts the person you are interviewing in a great position where they are truly the experts. They are the experts in their own experiences, but it allows you guys to start really building that relationship. Alright, so we've covered trends, insights question. Then now the third part would be to ask advice questions. You already have built rapport with this individual and they've decided that they like you because you are interested in who they are. Now you can ask advice questions. So one of the advice questions would be, if you were in my shoes, what is it that you would do in order to, facilitate the next step if you want to grow up in your career, or if you want to enter a new industry, what it is that you would do if you were in my shoes. So here is a wonderful opportunity. They will give you invaluable advice and also just help to speak to some of the blind spots that you may have had. And so those are that is just but one of the advice questions you could ask. The next set of questions you'd want to ask are resource questions. So resources are things like books you can read, as well as possible contacts that they would recommend you to. So one of the resource questions you'd ask, what are some of the resources that you would advise I look into? And they will probably do direct you in certain resources. But also you'd ask them in terms of, is there anyone that they would recommend that you speak to? And this actually reminds me of some sales strategies. Imagine how much more. Have you ever had a phone call, somebody calls you and says, your friend Nomfundo said I should talk to you. Already that person's guard is down. So if that individual gives you a referral or recommend that you speak to somebody, already it's a warm contact. So please definitely do ask resource questions. The last set of questions are assignment questions. So these would be questions around, what projects have you done that you felt added the most value? And the wonderful thing about asking this question, even later on when we talk about negotiating your salary, this is the kind of opportunities that you'd want to negotiate for. So by getting expert knowledge in terms of what are projects that have added value to them, it positions you in it allows you to really understand what it is that it takes in this career to truly stand out. And also you may have, while still on projects, besides adding value, ask what projects really helped you stand out in the organization. Yeah, and yeah, so all the best. So what I've discussed today was what is called the Tiara method. I did say it was from a gentleman by the name of Steve Dalton, who has written an amazing resource just which guides one in seeking employment in a more structured way, called the 2-hour job search. And be on the lookout for the next book review. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Cool, let us continue. This is serious business.